Yo, what's up guys? Atlas here with
PhoenixEye.
So today we're gonna do our top 5 decks.
Mhm.
Favorite decks. Not best decks or anything, just our,
Personal preference.
yeah. At the moment basically, at least for mine there at the moment.
Yeah, it changed around a lot. So.
What's your number 5?
Well, I was kind of thinking about what my number 5 would be. I ended up picking Blue Eyes. It's something that I kind of experimented with.
Ah, yeah.
This is of course for my archetype pilgrimage stuff. I played around with it, and it's like just the general idea of it is just putting a lot of big monsters on the board, and it's just I generally do like beatdown-esque strategies, even if they're not too viable these days.
Fair.
It's just a lot of cool big dragons, and it's essentially just the pure essence of Yu-Gi-Oh.
I mean, I don't really like Blue Eyes, but I get where you're coming from. Although it's mostly, we had to deal with it in the meta for a while, it was a really annoying
Fair, that was 2016 from what I've heard.
Yeah, it was a really annoying format because they could just banish your spell and traps over and over. I was playing DDD, so my contracts that I continue spells and I just get banished all the time and I couldn't do shit.
Yeah, well, I never played that format, so...
Good. That's actually a pretty okay format looking back. I mean, compared to now.
Yeah, okay.
My number 5 is Psychics. Now, an issue with Psychics that they don't really exist as a deck. I mean, just look up a Psychic build at the moment.
Yeah, it's mostly just a small Psychic engine that supports some bigger strategy.
Exactly. But they have really nice art. The effects on the good cards are really nice. It's just hard to make an actual deck. But in the segment deck, what do I even call it? Mastercraft, yeah. In Mastercraft, I'm tackling Psychics and I'm trying my best to actually make it a deck like that.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like there are definitely some big power cards, but just not enough to really make a full deck out of it.
They don't have a search card for their big playmaker, and it's on their 3-off.
Yeah.
The odds of opening that card are like 33% or something like that.
Do they even have like any sort of boss monster that's worth ending on, or no?
You just have to fully rely on others.
Yeah.
Back then they did that Tattooer Archfiend, which was a cool card, but nowadays, you're just relying on other archetypes, I guess. What's your number 4?
I put Infirmities on 4. It's like still a fun strategy. Like, I never really played Infirmities myself, but just looking at it and just knowing kind of what they do, just it has like a very strong gimmick that just makes them very iconic, and I like that.
One thing I do need to say with Infirmities, a lot of people seem to take that really, really hard. If you pick up a 3-axis list that I have posted on my channel, you'll figure out it's actually not that hard. I mean, it's still hard, don't get me wrong, but it's not the impossible almost to play deck that...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it doesn't look the most terrible one, but it's just it has one big gimmick, and I think people just find that intimidating. Just the whole getting cards out of your hand.
Still Infernity, huh? I didn't expect that one from you.
I mean, I like the theme of them.
Fair enough. So my number 4 is 6 Samurai. Now I don't really like playing them anymore. Once you figure them out, you can do anything, and after a while that just gets boring.
Yeah, fair enough.
But a big claim to fame for me on my channel before Infernity was 6 Samurai. I did a lot of basically what he's doing nowadays. Like a lot of the crazy 6 Samurai stuff, skipping your opponent's turn to go to the world, emptying my opponent's entire deck, suddenly shooting Crazy Dragon with 6 Signer Dragons. All that kind of stupid shit. I've done it all with 6 Samurai at this point. If you go back and look at my older videos, you'll see what I mean. I used to play it a lot. The gateway combos are just cool shenanigans, but yeah, I just wish they were a bit more enjoyable in actual duels.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the problem is the combos take a long time, and just because the start of the combo is so fragile, they will never be meta. At least not anymore. And
the biggest issue is once you got openings, the optimal play is to go for an FTK.
Yeah, exactly. Just it's a perfect FTK engine, and people don't like it.
Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. Like, you're just playing an FTK deck. Is that really what you want? I mean, I don't play a game where my opponent doesn't get to play. I don't like this playing style. Which is why I don't really play 6 online anymore. They have cool art, especially back in the day where
and there's like a whole backstory behind them as well, if you look at all the cards that they're in.
True. You're number 3, right?
Okay, yeah, this is one deck that I don't really think is anything that officially existed, but it's what I call Burning Beatdown, and it's essentially what I play in every sort of older Yu-Gi-Oh game, like GX era. Yeah. It's like, there are, the general idea is just, of course, just beating people up with kind of Fire Team monster, and big playmakers in this is like Ultimate Baseball Kit, who can turn relatively easily in like a 3500 beater. And there are, what are their names? There's like 2 monsters that can summon themselves very easily by banishing fire monsters from the grave.
I know which ones you mean, like You got this almost obelisk-looking fire.
Yeah,
guy,
exactly.
One,
and one that literally just looked like a living flame. And just
the
easy special summons make for easy tribute summons. So.
You're saying that's not an actual deck, but I believe the Flame Emperor structure deck was actually exactly this.
Oh, fair enough.
That's where all those cards came from too. It's actually a structural deck.
Fair enough.
One boss monster that you might enjoy, I don't know if you use Thessalos the Fire Monarch.
Yeah, I use that one because it's just like, it's especially with those easy summons, just easy tribute, and you snipe a card out of someone's hand and just a lot of attack. So.
But you already use it, fair enough. I mean, it's an actual deck.
Yeah, so. I mean, I enjoy playing it. It's just a fun, aggressive style.
So, number 3, and a lot of people are going to feel betrayed about this one. My number 3 is Infernity.
Fair enough.
Why this low, you might be wondering. It's same story honestly as Six Samurai. At this point, I got the entire deck figured out yet. Everything I want to do with the deck, I've already done. It's not a deck that's enjoyable for the other person to see. The combos are very repetitive. Once Archfiend goes to 3 in the TCG, if that happens, I might move the deck up a little bit and try it again. But right now, the state of the deck is just boring. It's still, the new support didn't help at all, for that matter. It's just the same thing over and over again. Yeah. After a while, you just get bored by it. It makes sense. But yeah, the design is cool, the gimmick is cool, it's just nowadays... it's too repetitive. It's solitaire and it's repetitive, which is not a nice combo. Reason I like Junk Double, for example, in the past is because every duel you had different combos. And especially when you're new to Infernity, it felt the same, but nowadays I've played Infernity so much that I don't enjoy it anymore. I burned myself out.
Makes sense.
Infernity. What's your number 2?
I put Ojamas at number 2. It's like... I just kind of have a weak spot for like stupid Ojamas. It's like the general idea behind them is like a completely unique-ish win condition of locking someone's entire field, just not letting them summon monsters. It's pretty funny. It's just... There's not a whole lot to say about them. It's just a fun set of like extremely weak cards that can still do some cute things. So they're really fun to play as well.
This guy's just Chaz in real life.
Exactly. That's the idea.
No, fair enough. I mean, get where I'm coming from. So my number 2 is TG, aka Tech Genus, or French for shut the fuck up. Anyways, it's honestly, people recognize my from Infernity, but I think TG is more of my signature deck. I mean, find another good TG player out there. Yeah. Other good Infernity players definitely exist. Shout out to Duncan Harbinson, friend of Farfa. Better Infernity player than me. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. But TG, nobody can match me. Even Team Samurai X1 agrees, as I've put a deck profile up on the channel before.
Fair enough.
The things I can do with TG are insane. Like even the Diva TG that I thought of all of my own. Basically, if you open the Deep Sea Diva, you'll get the full TG combo and you get the Slightly Bureau, which is insane for TGs.
Yeah, that's pretty bonkers.
No matter how hard the deck gets hit, I can always manage to make it work. And it just does what I want from a 5D deck. Just putting up big synchro monsters and beating your opponents up with that. Like the Beatdown strategy, mixed with combos. They really pull off that mix really well. Cool. And they just have very nice art. The cards are cool, they're really strong. And it doesn't feel too unfair.
No, fair.
And it's like, if I were in an anime, like, it would be my deck, because I'm like the only one that can really play it. I mean, good luck finding another decent... I need to move a bit more to this side. Yeah, we'll fix the future videos. I just noticed I was going off screen a bit. Sorry for if that annoyed anyone in this video. But yeah, TG are great. Your number 1 is Six Summer.
Yeah, I still just put them at number 1. I mean, I kind of get what you're going for like, they're kind of getting stale, but it's still just, especially, I actually play it like solitaire sometimes, just open practice mode and just see if I can open some, if I can pull off some really retarded combo turn 1.
Thing is, I might make it seem like a bad thing, but it's actually a pretty smart thing to do with certain decks. Infirmities, that is definitely recommended. DDD, it's recommended to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Six Samurai as well. Just make sure you have a good build before doing it.
Yeah, it's like Six Samurai is going to be like a one-turn deck anyway. Like if you start off, you're either going to brick or FTK, and if you go second, you're probably going to lose or FTK or OTK. It's like you're playing only one turn, so might as well play it as solitaire. But they can just literally do everything once they get going, and it's just it's a fun thing to like play around with.
And cut yourself some slack. You're still a new player.
Yeah, that's true.
Picking one deck and sticking to it for a while, best thing you can do.
Fair enough.
She made a wise decision.
Then at least there's something that I can call myself good at.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, name a better Six Samurai player. I'll wait.
I'm going to.
I mean, even he's better than me at Six Samurai. I mean,
fair enough. I'm going to challenge Team Samurai just purely to claim his fucking name.
Just make a public announcement video, and if he doesn't respond, you're not a Six Samurai player.
Officially just steal his profile picture, that's mine now.
Just comment gekoloniseerd maken. Which is Dutch for colonized, by the way.
What's your number one?
My number one is Fortune Ladies. What I said about TG is also true about Fortune Ladies. Except the cards themselves just look a bit more cool.
Fair enough.
And what I said about TG, only me being able to make it work, is even more true for Fortune Ladies. I mean, have you seen the things I can do with Fortune Ladies?
More than most people, at least.
With like 2 Ignite cards and a Fortune Lady, I can summon S0 that cannot be targeted.
Yeah, that's
the only ways to out
disgusting.
The only ways to out S0 is to target it. You can target it.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. But
in Fortune Ladies. Or my Fortune Ladies Zolkin deck, another one of my signature decks that I just really enjoy playing. Like, if I were to go to a friend's house to play casually, I would play it Zolkin and Fortune Ladies. Magician Souls didn't cost like 45-50 bucks.
Very, not really casual friendly when it comes down to it.
But the deck is, I feel like it's not totally unfair. Yes, it slowly creeps up on you and controls. But you get a turn to try to break the board.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a turn. I create my awesome synchros. You can break it. Okay, cool. Now I go with my cool synchro deck. It's a deck that has a lot of room for special cards, interactions, and deck choices. And I don't know, it's just always been a favorite of mine. Back when I started Abyssal Yu-Gi-Oh, which is the channel most people know is my first channel. It's not my first channel, actually. Yeah. I started out with a Fortune Lady deck.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I have a lot of affinity for the deck. Just really like the artwork, I like the playing style, and you can do a lot with them.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely seem like fun. I don't really know too much about them, but...
Yeah. It's a shame the leveling gimmick does really apply, but... Also, their synchro boss is really cool and unique.
Yeah, true.
So in general, I just really, really like Fortune Ladies.
Fair enough.
That's why I have a favorite.
Makes sense.
Yes, those are my 5 favorites. Those are his favorites. What's your favorite? Leave it down in the comments. I'll see you guys next time. Atlas signing out, and...
I'm also signing out.
Yes.